Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakwadash. Yahweh being the true powerful name of the Heavenly Father, which means He is. Yahweh Shai being the true name of His only begotten Son, which means He saves. One of the people in this world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. By Hashem, in the name of Kakwadash, Holy Spirit. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, along with the bishops, regional heads, and elders who rule well. Citations of much love. The rest of you sincere Aki and pushing word and truth and sincerity. This is the Cleric Azar coming to you with another lesson. And this is just going to be my current events for week ending September 21st, 2024. Now, we did have a lot of things happen this particular week. One of the most highlighting things that happened in military news, or conflict news, I should say, would be this particular situation with Lebanon. Okay. And now let me start off by also saying that Yahweh Shai spoke about this, about hearing wars and rumors of wars. So we don't necessarily have to get it right now, but with everything that's happening right now, okay, this is just the buildup. Okay, this is just those birth pangs. Okay, until actually the baby is scheduled to be born, if I could say, okay. But as you can see here in this particular article, what was happening over in Lebanon, all right, and this is a direct attack on Hezbollah, which is considered one of the proxies of Iran, okay. So Iran's going to be one of those playing pieces in ultimately the Most High's chess set, okay, which is ultimately going to culminate with the Battle of Armageddon, okay. All right, so anything that's involving Iran, China, Russia, North Korea, all right, or even Syria, all right, your eyes should be on it, all right, because this is going to be that, I think the name of the World War II was like the Axis of Evil, all right, I think those names and those terms have been being thrown around a lot recently. But as you can see here, 20 more dead, 450 injured as new round of explosions rocks Lebanon, health officials, all right. Israel was responsible for the planes blowing up, sources told ABC News. All right, so let's see what happened here, okay? Because Monday and Tuesday was kind of interesting. We had first, it was the pages going off, and there were explosions, and then next thing you know, the next day, there was walkie-talkies, all right, and solar panels going off. All right, let's read what this article has to say. At least 20 more people were killed and 450 injured in Lebanon on Wednesday after a series of new explosions of wireless devices rocked the south, the Bekaa, and the southern suburbs of Beirut, according to the Ministry of Health and the Lebanese Red Cross. 10 Hezbollah members were among those killed on Wednesday, the group confirmed. More than 30 ambulances are providing treatment and evacuations to wounded people in Lebanon on Wednesday, the Lebanese Red Cross said. At least 95 people injured in the Wednesday explosions have been transferred to Iran for medical treatment, according to emergency officials in Lebanon. Oh, so they're actually taking some of the survivors to Iran, okay, to be taken care of. All right. The Lebanese Army Command has asked citizens not to gather in places witnessing security incidents to allow medical teams to arrive. So you see a lot of these videos, you're seeing like the ambulance going back and forth and some of these bombings that have happened with the use of these particular devices. And they're going back and forth right now, currently trying to determine, how the devices were being bought, how they were even gotten into the hands of some of the Hezbollah people and members, okay? Because in some cases, there were some children that were hit and injured as well. And there's already been some deaths as well. Okay, members of the Lebanese Civil Defense are working to extinguish fires that broke out inside homes, cars, and shops in the Bekaa, the South, Mount Lebanon, and the southern suburbs due to the explosions, officials said. Let's see what we got here. All walkie-talkie devices were taken from security services members at the Rafik Hariri International Airport in Beirut after news of the devices exploding. So, can you imagine if they wanted to do an attack, which they are preparing for, okay? And who's they? The small hats, okay? The Amalekites, all right? Or another branch or another descendant of Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white man, okay? They're going to go against these people here to give us another reason to go into the Middle East, okay? That's just building up to that, okay? Pages exploded across Lebanon on Tuesday. At least 12 civilians were killed and at least 2,800 people injured in explosions that took place Tuesday, according to Lebanese authorities. Around 460 of the injuries were critical and required surgery. Lebanese Health Minister Faras Abiad said most victims are suffering from eye and facial injuries, while others suffered injuries to hands and fingers, he said. Israel was behind the deadly explosion of pagers across Lebanon on Tuesday, sources told ABC News on Wednesday. There were 1 to 2 ounces of explosives in each of the pagers that exploded Tuesday, according to a source familiar with attacks. Now, that's so interesting that these pagers were actually provided, and they had explosive material within the pager. So when I first heard this, I thought there was a way of them kind of hacking the device to make it explode. But now they're saying that there's actual explosive within the actual devices itself. So I don't know how they were able to get it into solar panels and walkie-talkies and pagers, but hey, this devil, that's his MO, okay? He lays those traps, all right? And he's the ultimate hunter, okay? So he actually pre-planned this, okay? Reading on, the Hezbollah militant group said it is conducting a security and scientific investigation into the explosion of pagers across Lebanon on Tuesday. All right, let's read on here. Hezbollah said 11 of its members were killed on Tuesday, though, as is typical in the statements, did not specify how they died. Okay, this is all from ABC News. This came out on, I think I want to say Wednesday here. Okay. They're not pointing the finger. They are pointing the finger, but because hours ahead of the time, that's all you saw in the news was Israeli army getting prepared to invade Lebanon and so forth. So what do you first thing you do? You take out an opponent's way of communication. Okay. All right. What are they saying here? We hold the Israeli enemy fully responsible for this criminal aggression, which also targeted civilians and led to the deaths of a number of martyrs and the injury of a large number within various wounds, Hezbollah said of the pager explosions in a Tuesday statement. In a Wednesday morning statement, Hezbollah said it will continue operations to support Gaza and vowed a reckoning for Israel for the massacre on Tuesday. The dead and injured included people who are not members of Hezbollah. Lebanese officials said that an 8-year-old girl and 11-year-old boy are among the dead. So when you start having innocents being taken out, right, and no one's innocent according to the Lord, but in this particular sense, eventually, the enemy starts saying, hey, the opponent should be dealing with this too. So the first thing I was thinking when I heard about something like this was, what if they were to, attack, the devices, or somehow be able to cyber attack the devices of the people that listen to videos like this, and then all of a sudden that'll be a serious divide in Babylon the Great, all right? And then it would also, bring about a famine of the word, all right? But who knows, okay, how far this is going to go, okay? Reading on. At least 13 people were also injured in targeted attacks on Hezbollah members in Syria on Tuesday, according to the Syrian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Israel has not commented on explosions. Israel has not commented on its alleged involvement in the apparent attack, which prompted chaos in the capital Beirut and elsewhere in Hezbollah's South Lebanon heartland. Around 100 hospitals received wounded people, the Lebanese Ministry of Public Health said. Hospitals in Beirut and the southern suburb were quickly filling to capacity. Patients were then directed to other hospitals outside the region. Can you imagine, you need to call, ahead of time to the facility or the medical facility to see if there's even an opening, and, you finally get there and, they can't even take the wounded, and they had 100 hospitals being affected by this, okay? The Iranian ambassador to Lebanon, Mojtabi Amani, was among those who had one of the pagers and was injured in an explosion Tuesday, according to the Iranian ambassador to the United Nations. The diplomat said in a phone call that he was feeling well and fully conscious, according to Iranian state television. I am proud and honored that my blood has become one with the blood of the honorable Lebanese people as a result of the horrific terrorist crime that targeted our brotherly Lebanon yesterday. This noble country has stood with dignity and pride since the first day of Al-Aqsa storm, Amani said Wednesday. The Iranian ambassador to the UN, Amir said, called the alleged Israeli attack an act of terrorist nature aimed at escalating tensions in the region. I could probably just end it on that, because that's definitely where it's going, and escalated tension in this particular region. The fact that they were able to injure an Iranian ambassador to the UN, and the Iranian ambassador to Lebanon. All right, so it's like, yeah, so this is just gonna heighten up Okay, more of these little things and a lot more of these, see, talk about skirmishes, strikes, rocket attacks, and things of that sort. All right, so each particular week is going to get, more serious and more serious. Okay, there were things also going on with the economy. That's not really my forte, but keep an eye on that as well. All right, we had some rate cuts and so forth. And that's just going to bring us closer to the mark of the the mark of the beast. Salakia, mark of the beast, mark of the beast. Okay, so, but it's just one of the things too. Wars and rumors of wars. Okay, and it's just one of the things that's on the plate here. Okay, but this can't be ignored as well. Okay, so I just wanted to share that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, who gives me the spirit and the strength to continue in the spirit and strive and adore in these last days. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and on to the next video.